Welcome to the GSL with me in South Korea, and as you can see, next to me today, we have a new caster, and this is Kelly. His name is Doa.
That's right.
Why don't you tell us a bit about yourself? How are you today?
I am feeling absolutely fantastic, Kelly. I could not be happier to be here in Seoul, Korea, casting the GSL Code A, and I just can't believe I'm here. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to be casting with you, Kelly.
I know. Plus today we have really great games. We have Team Liquid.net's very own LiquidHuk going up against IMLosirA, considered the second best Zerg in Code A this season. Actually, the game is loaded, so we are about to go. What games are you most excited to see today?
Well, this one, obviously, very exciting, having the last foreigner in the GSL competing against this really, really top Zerg player, too. At the same time, I'm pretty excited to see LiquidHuk play in the next game. He's always been one of my favorite Zergs. And, we'll see if he can pull out a win today as well. But looks like the game is going to be starting fairly soon. So we're probably going to jump right into that. Kelly, what do you think? What are your predictions for today?
I'm not going to say my predictions because people already know I'm going to root for Huk today.
It's a given.
Plus,
I might be rooting for
we have a
Huk
lot
too.
of other really good players, like players Alicia, who's playing in the third game. In the fourth game, I think we have OGS Supernova, a really super player playing against TSL Killer. We just saw him last Friday.
Yeah, and you mentioned OGS Supernova. It's going to be interesting to see him play today because the two games that he played to get to this point were pretty much cheesy. I mean, the strategy his opponent decided to use against him was kind of cheesy, so I feel like we didn't really get a good sense of his playstyle quite as much from that match, so hopefully we'll see a little bit longer macro games today. I'm excited to see what's going to happen with that. Really, today is the day of the Zerg, I would say. There's especially in the first two matches, two of the best Zergs I've seen in a long time to come up through Code A, and I'd say both of them have a good shot of taking it all the way.
Well, most of these players are going to go to the up and down match.
Yeah.
What's hard is that a lot of Titans are waiting and lurking in the up and down match for them because of Code S. There are so many upsets. We have Nasty, Slayer's Boxer.
I'm MVP. We've got
MVP.
Marine King.
Just so
the up and down matches are going to be crazy. And we're going to take a look at Saturday's match results real quick here. They're going to pop up on the screen in just a moment. There they are.
Okay, we have Sanzanif, the Titan, who took down MVP and Nasty. Oh no, sorry, Nasty and Slayer's Boxer. Sanzanif 2-1 OGS the win. SC for you 2-1 TSL Trickster. We have Fox Lean 2-0 OGS and Snare. Annie Pro Prime versus Xanax Curix, and he came out of that 2-0.
And we're going to take a look at today's matches as well. Of course, first we've got Infinite Miracles LiquidHuk versus LiquidHuk. Then we've got ST Virus versus LiquidHuk Foyu. TSL Rain versus Slayer's Alicia. And OGS Supernova versus TSL Killer.
Alright, well, really soon, I promise you, we are going to go into the match.
Pretty soon.
I really think that actually we are quite lucky today. I don't think we have any mirror matches, right?
Yeah, that's right. We don't have any mirror matches at all today, which, I don't know, some mirror matches are pretty cool. I like TVT. I like ZVZ. PvP,
well, PvP is fairly standard. You normally transit from 4 gates to Colossus. That's the most standard one.
Yeah.
Maybe for TVT there's more variation. Like we could see during last week Codas matches where Fox Lean played. That was very, very good.
Yeah, just huge variations in TVT right now. And just going back to PvP for a second, I think that's going to be a matchup that's going to change quite a bit in the next couple of months. I mean, there is always that, the 4-gate that kind of is over top of everything. But at the same time, Protoss players are going to figure out ways to stop that. A lot of good Protoss players already have, and we're going to see some more different strategies in the future here. Yeah. Well, in case you're wondering why either Tasteless or Atosis isn't here, don't worry. I didn't sneak backstage and knock him on the head with a sack of quarters or something like that. I've been in Korea for 4 days now preparing for this, so it's good to be on stage.
Yep, he's been doing a good job. Been seeing him practicing, and Tasteless are still doing Codas. And I think they're doing all the up and down matches.
I think so, yeah.
So you guys need to tune in for that, for sure.
Those up and down matches are going to be insane.
I
know we've said it before, but you just can't say it enough. This season's up and down matches are going to be crazy.
I think, currently, I think I dare to say this, but Code A this season all the players are so good. Some of the games are slightly better than some of the Codex matches because they are so close. Some Codex matches, they are kind of very one-sided, but Code matches have been very, very, very close. We've seen a lot of comeback, like Huk last week.
Yeah, I'd agree. I mean, a lot last season. There was a kind of a big difference between the Code S and the Code A games. You really did notice that variation. This season, there's still a difference, but really not as much as there used to be, and that's an interesting thing to note. But really, when you think about the sort of limited number of spots in Code S and Code A, the quality of the players is probably going to get fairly even as time goes on.
And you know what's the bad thing? There's so many good players.
I know.
It's hard for you to choose who you want to root for.
It's just not room for them all. I'd root for all of them. But it looks like the game is starting. I see the loading screen in front of me, so we are going to be going in there in just a moment.
Yeah, very soon.
For reals.
So the first game is going to be LiquidHuk versus IMLosirA. I've been rooting for LosirA since the start of the season, but now he's going to play Huk. I mean, I want to support both of them, but still, I love Huk, so I have to go for him for sure. We're going to go right into game.
Let's do it.
Alright, at the bottom left corner on Zelnaga Caverns, the one and only IMLosirA.
There he is. What a handsome man. His APM is increasing as we watch. It's only at yellow right now. Oh, down to blue. Come on, LosirA. You can get that up to red at some point this game. I believe in you. There it is. Oh.
Alright, and at the top right-hand corner, the blue Protoss, we have LiquidHuk.
LiquidHuk, our last foreigner. It's really, there he is. His APM is already red. Wow, on fire. Oh, down to blue, though. It'll be back up there in a moment. Don't worry about it. But yeah.
Look at the concentration in his eyes.
He looks intense. You know, it's really too bad to see two top caliber players meet like that. I mean, of course, it does produce really, really good games, but at the same time, you hate to see one of them go home. But both of these guys are going to the up and down matches, so that is going to be awesome.
Yeah, and both of them have already secured a place in Code A.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
Next season. The thing is, sometimes when some of your two favorite players meet, you're like, oh no, I wish that was in the finals. But
yeah,
no, that's not the fate of them. They have to meet in the quarterfinals today.
Yeah, it is still a big deal to win Code A, of course, but I mean, just getting this far does so many good things for you as a player. You know, like you said, guaranteeing that spot in Code A next season. Looks like we do have Huk putting up the start of a wall there. He's getting his gateway. Meanwhile, back at the base of LosirA spawning pool, about ready to finish.
I'm sure he's really ready for this match.
Oh, I would say so.
Watching him practice yesterday, he has a lot of tricks up his sleeve today. I know his most standard build is 3-gate fast expand, but I guess if he wins his first game, if he feels safe, he would show you guys some of his new strats.
That would be cool. It's always fun to see the pro players come up with little tricks that we may not have seen before. Looks like LosirA sending out a couple Zerglings to look for any sort of proxy pylons or any sort of shenanigans of that nature. Huk, in the meantime, completing his wall up with that cybernetics core. It looks like he does have 2 gas as well. I wouldn't be surprised at all to see, like what you said, that 3-gate expand, getting a lot of sentries out there. It's very, very safe. Very good against Zerg. And right now, Zergs in general have been having kind of a tough time against Protoss.
Yeah, I guess it's because of the late game army unit composition. As a Zerg player, you really would want to go at least 2 base. 1 or 2 base up, but safely 2 base up so you can have good reproduction rate against a Protoss player. Looks like Huk is going to go for his standard 3-gate fast expand. We're going to see how does the Zerg player react to that. I bet you didn't know this, but LosirA and Huk are actually friends.
I actually didn't know that at all.
Yeah.
I saw them being friendly in the makeup room before the event started.
Makeup room.
And, makeup room. Yes, it's the makeup room. What would you call it?
Yeah, it's a makeup room.
It is a makeup room.
It sounds like a makeup room.
Yeah, not make out room. We have to clarify. Huk and LosirA weren't in there making out. They were getting makeup put on them. very important thing to clarify there.
Not that Huk needs makeup. He actually naturally looks like Huk Bieber.
That's right, that's right. He has a Bieber haircut. I heard rumors that he's going to, if he loses today, that he's going to cut his hair like Jinro.
No, we're not letting him.
We'll see. Kelly's not going to allow it. So Huk had better win, otherwise he's going to have to fight Kelly as well as cut his hair. Nobody
Looks
wants
like he's going to go for Hallucination for his
and
Phoenix.
some Zerglings. Yeah, LiquidHuk actually preventing Huk from expanding a little bit there. Nice job by LiquidHuk. Huk's going to get the Expo down anyway. There it goes. And the Zerglings are going to have to do a little bit of running away. Huk looking very stable right now. In the meantime, back at the base of LiquidHuk, looks like he is getting a Roach Warren as well. That is something a lot of Zerg players like to do to punish Protoss that do that expand build. Looks like Huk's moving out. LiquidHuk is still doing some investigating with those Zerglings around the map. He wants to make sure that he can take out any of those pylons fairly early if possible. Huk just stopping by the Xel'Naga Tower for just a second. That's actually a pretty good amount of speedlings for LiquidHuk.
He can actually prevent this expansion he wants to, but he does not want to go for the army that Huk has up front.
He's going for the counterattack. That's a lot of Zerglings. A great force field by Huk, preventing those from getting it, but not all the way. Another force field going down. That sentry has got to feel pretty afraid. In the meantime, LiquidHuk going after the Nexus. Having to pull back, though. Nice force fields. You know, if there's one thing you can rely on Huk for, it's awesome, awesome force field usage.
He has one of the best force fields in the world.
Yes.
For a Protoss player. You do see that Huk is actually going for 5-8 for this round.
Yep, he's going to be able to put a lot of pressure on with that amount of gateways. LiquidHuk is still poking with those Zerglings to take a look at things.
It's kind of funny that he's not putting down Robo Bay though.
You know, I was kind of a little bit surprised about that myself, but at the same time, you look at LiquidHuk try to engage this force as we see the hallucinated Phoenix for Huk doing some investigating itself. But with the composition that Huk has right now, he can just really put a lot of pressure on LiquidHuk. He doesn't even necessarily need that Robo Bay quite yet. But if this game goes on a little bit longer, I wouldn't be surprised if we see one added on there. Yeah, well, he is getting 2 more gas right now. It is natural, so some sort of tech is coming.
For people who have been following Huk's game, you would know that he is not a standard Void Ray Colossus user. He actually likes to go very heavy gateway with Immortus against Zerg, no less, which, you know, it's not the most popular unit composition right now. But he seems to be one of the only one who can put it off quite well. You do see LiquidHuk going for the counter attack straight away when he sees Huk's army pulling out, but the sentries are doing a good job preventing the speedlings from running into the mineral line. And looks like Huk will try to put some pressure on.
Yeah, Huk pulling back for just a moment, but I think he definitely does want to attack LiquidHuk at this point. But LiquidHuk doing such a great job of keeping Huk off his back. I mean, he's keeping the prod in there with those Zerglings.
Well, it looks like LiquidHuk is getting all the upgrades he needs, and he's already getting a second expansion. Huk is actually going to come in and scout that immediately, and I think when he sees that, he will want to push out for sure, because there's no point, you know, trying to fight a 3-base Zerg later on.
Yeah, absolutely.
So may as well just end it on, you know, try to do a 2-base versus 2-base and keep the Zerg off the second expansion.
Yeah, we're really getting to the point where Huk needs to put some pressure on LiquidHuk, otherwise he's just going to start taking the entire map. Protoss can, of course, be very, very strong on 2-base, but you definitely don't want to leave the Zerg alone, that is, for quite this long. Now, we do have a Robo Bay just finishing for Huk, so there's the Robo. Getting Observer, and I would imagine probably Colossus in the future.
I guess he will be getting more of Immortus for him. That's his favorite unit army composition. You see LiquidHuk actually dropping a Changeling down in Huk's base. Huk sees that Overseer. And you do see he has a Forge coming up, so he's getting +1 for his gateway units. Once he gets +1, he would start moving out. Phoenixes are actually doing a good job scouting, getting way more scout than they should. And LiquidHuk Borrow just got up.
Yep, but here comes Huk. He's got a really scary looking army here. A lot of sentries, a huge amount of sentries. A good amount of Stalkers and Zealots as well. Will he be able to put the hurt on LiquidHuk? He's taking out a lot of creep tumors. That's definitely going to help.
Oh, his army is definitely big enough to fight right now if he wants to, but LiquidHuk